I think what I'm going to go ahead and do then is, it depends, but I'm going to aim for about an hour to 2 hours, we'll see. Probably about 2 hours there. Oh, it's a shekel. Oh, wow. Thank you very much there. They're shekels. Sorry. Indeed, yeah. So I'm going to aim for about an hour to 2 hours. I'm going to record this. I'm going to then upload the video separately to the stream so that people who are busy do have a shortened version that they can actually watch. Maybe that's a little bit easier, then people can watch the stream if they so wish to do so. But yes. I'd like to begin by saying, if you guys are watching my content, please do consider subscribing if you haven't already. And there is that little bell icon. It is entirely self-serving, yes, that is true, but as so happens, it will help YouTube to be like, okay, yep, these guys like this kind of content, let's show them some more of this content. So, yep, I'd be appreciated. Arigato. Hey, you know that, Vulcan? Good to have you, my friend. Now, I am playing with version 1.107 here. The reason being, if I just go ahead and bring this up on my many tabs, it seems like there was like an issue. This is a hot fix for 1.103. It does change some things actually within the game, which is interesting. Yeah, this one's quite nice though. Reduced by 50% the chance of pilot being killed when an operational loss is recorded. I imagine that's going to add up over time. I can imagine that adding up quite considerably over time, but there we are. So we are going to continue from where we left off. The Stalingrad to Berlin campaign. You put the War and Pacific question channel onto the One East 2 station. Oh, did I? Oh, fair enough. Oh, that's interesting there, Jakob. That's very interesting. Yeah, fix it. How you doing there, Victor? Hello there, Passionate Heart. That's a cool name. You know what, Passionate? I've not seen you for a long time, have I? So, welcome. I'm sure I've seen you before. Indeed. How you doing there, Mr. Hung? That's a great surname. That's one to be jealous of. Okay. Now, of course, we do begin the situation much as we left off. We do have a breakout here of the, at least of the mobile forces from the area around Stalingrad. Now, I've been having an hour about this, really. Currently, I do have the two motorized divisions sitting on Kalak over here. The reason being that there is a rather large amount of supply in there. Also some fuel. And we don't really have much in the way of fuel in this pocket. So, can I be absolutely assured? Can I absolutely assure you fellows out there that this will not be closed again? Not really. I'd like to say it won't be, but I cannot make any promises. In the least. I do worry about having the HQs as close to the front line though. So I'm going to have them move back just a little bit further there. Headquarters are a little bit bunched up, but it's okay. I'm going to move out on top of... they can move on top of here, the Romanians. And I'll send them to refit, try and bring them into battle condition. Would be nice, at least just to be able to hold this, it would help a slight amount. Even just as like some sort of force multiplier, just have an additional men there. Yeah, still the first turn here, still the first turn. I have been busy and a lot have happened. And I'm sorry they're passionate, so I can understand how you feel about that, my friend. I can get how you feel there. Okay. Now, we do have the 17th Corps over here. What I envision doing with the 17th is actually having it moved over this way. Because we do have, let's see, we have 4th Panzer Army here, which can definitely hold additional forces. I do have this Corps over here, which is assigned to the 8th Italian Army, which is under Army Group B. So what I'm going to go ahead and do then, is, this is the issue here. You can see that we can't reassign this, but what I can go ahead and do... Interestingly, these two units over here can be reassigned, so I may go ahead and do that. But let's see. I was considering... I'd need to be about 5 hexes away. I could move them via rail, or we can just move them under their own power. I was considering where they could be best utilised, really. I think I will have them assigned to the 4th Panzer Army. 4th Panzer Army HQ being just over there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The reason why, I mean, I might even have them positioned over this way. The reason why I want to go ahead and do that is just so I can actually have, I think some of the Italians brought under German command, or some of the Italians and Romanians, try and bring them under German command and try and give them at least a little bit of a benefit there. We are overburdened in a number of locations, really. So I can't have you shifted. At least not yet. Now, in terms of commander, Carl over here. Yeah, you can see there the mechanized 6, infantry 6. He's got initiative 7, morale 7, and admin 7. He's actually pretty good there. Like, it's actually pretty useful. We do have a mixed flag battalion there assigned too, which is quite nice. Yeah, well, I mean, this is it. They just don't have really terribly great equipment. I mean, you take a look at this this brigade over here. It's only 2,000 men. It doesn't even have any AT support, and in front of it is a armored corps. So, yeah, they're not in the best position, and I think I may consider moving a German regiment over that way, or even the yeah, I think probably shift over that mountaineering unit, perhaps. I mean, I can break that into regiments, which could help. They can't be shifted there. Okay. Let's take a look. Yeah, you can see the difference in defense there, because we do have a division there. That's all well and good, but it doesn't do any good here. So I could try to at least build it up a little bit. I mean, you can see it's barely doing a goddamn thing. This area over here is going to crack. And there's really not much we can do about that. But I could place a second one on here. They at least have some protection due to the river, but yeah, we do have a rifle division there. They're just terribly small units. They're just terribly, terribly small. I could even try, I mean, this is it. It's like, how much good can I do over here? Not a lot. Not a lot at all. Oops. I do want to try and frustrate this armored formation, however. Now what do we have here then? A guards rifle corps. Yeah. There's not a whole lot we can do there. This division, I mean, the regiments over here, I could maybe move around, but I'm not entirely sure there. I might shift one of the divisions over here just to potentially aid that division there. But the thing is, that's actually probably one of the better Italian divisions, really. So they're actually doing fairly well. Look at them. Okay. Yeah, not much we can do there. A lot of them are locked. A lot are locked. You can see all these fellows over here that have 0. They're locked. I do have some ability with other units elsewhere, but not complete freedom along the line as of yet. So we'll have to try and make the best of it, really. So I think I will have you placed under command of 4th Panzer Army. There we are. Now, I could shift them over there. They could take over command potentially of the Italians, at least for now. And at least try and stiffen them up just to some degree. Any small degree may make a difference, but it's not going to make a terrible difference. Let me go ahead and we'll say about there for now. And that is the 17th Corps. I don't think they can be shifted, can they? I might have to just, yeah. We'll take that back then. I could have them shifted out this way, so they're not going to be ready as of yet, unfortunately. I could take the German infantry over here and place them under them, perhaps. I don't even have roads really out here, so it's like, is it worth it to shift them? I mean, this is it. They're under the 8th Italian army. He's not the worst, he's not the best, but he's not the worst I've ever seen, but he's not exactly great either. Yeah. I guess what we're going to go ahead and do then is, let's see, where are the depots? We'll just have you shifted over here, then you could potentially aid, at least with that. Just try and dispute from the actual depots more than anything else. Where are they drawing from? They're drawing from there, drawing from there. I'll go over here, but it looks to be a safer option. I could potentially, yeah, they're going to be too far out. I could shift them. I might go ahead and actually shift them just to bring these German forces under their command. Let's take a look. I might be able to get the Romanians in here. Maybe. That should work. I could have the 3rd Romanian Army placed under the command of 4th Panzer Army, in all honesty. Might be worthwhile for now, at least. I do have a number of these units over here that I do need to actually have meted out. So, I can't do that as of yet. That's why they're not been meted out yet. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we do have a 4th Romanian Army there too. 4th Romanian Army actually has nobody under it, which is interesting. They're under their command there. Okay. Right. So I will try to have you placed in here then. Yeah, they can manage that. Yep, okay. So next turn I can have this 60-second moved under there completely. I could potentially take additional Romanians over here. And I think I will. The idea here then is just essentially try and give them superior leadership. Yeah, then okay. I don't know if they'd be within range though, that's the only issue. Now this core here. So that's the 1st Romanian. That's the 5th Romanian. Oh, you're under the you're under that command, right, okay. What do we have here in terms of leaders? 4. So morale 5. Infantry 4. Oh really? And that's a cool name. Morale 5, infantry 5. Morale 5, infantry 4, okay. So, Theodor Ionescu. It's not the worst. I mean, morale there, 5, which is about average then. We do have the infantry at 4 there. But what I'm going to go ahead and do then is transfer their artillery to the 5th Romanian Corps there. And the reason being that we do have that 5, so they are slightly better. Apparently I have a ah, yes, there we are. Yeah, okay. So, transfer you to the 5th. Okay. I'm going to transfer your artillery and engineer, well, just your support units in general to the 5th Corps. Right, there we are. 5th. Okay. Now, a corps like that could be quite useful for something like this, down in this direction here. We do have the Romanian Mountain Corps here. It's about the same then in terms of capability. I do have a German Corps over here. Right. So for now then, we'll leave it as is, but I will have a look and figure out where it can move in the future. I'm going to take this 3rd Romanian AA artillery regiment there. Give that to me, we do have some 65mm guns in here. They're not exactly amazing, but they're at least something against armor if needs be. But it's more or less for that AA, more or less for that. So let's take a look then. So I do have 35 out of 45. You're not quite within range here. Could shift over this way, perhaps. I do have a Romanian Corps. Right. I mean, what I could go ahead and do then is have this one utilized over here, and have that used to try and bring them back into action. Let's see. Second. So let's place you into the second now. Over this way, then I have the fourth there. Where's your call? Right, 7th Romanian. Oh, 6th Romanian. Is it? But they're not just 7th, they're not just 6th. I'm going to place you into the 8th Corps here then. Okay. Just whichever's closest will be fine. Right, now currently they're not doing anything. Righto. Ferdinandheim. I'm going to take the artillery here. Now, I'd have to have you under the command of the army group here to transfer that artillery. So what I'm going to go ahead and do then is give that over to the 2nd Corps, as well as the Pioneers. There we are. Shift you back over this way. At least for now. The... Not 4th Romanian. I need to decide what I'm going to do with them. But I'm going to take the 4th Panzer Army over here. Have that shifted to a more middling position there. Which brings you within range. I'm going to take the 3rd Romanian here. Ah, see you later there, Yakov. Thank you very much for the shekels. I don't know how much a shekel's worth, but I will treasure it because the term shekel has become so meme-worthy that it's hilarious, but thank you very much, arigato gozaimasu. I'm gonna go, but I'll do my best to try and watch from work. Ah, have fun at work, man. I imagine it's probably warm out there. I don't know if it ever gets cold, but it's probably nicer than it is here. Pretty great at the moment, so yeah. Hopefully you have a great time at work, if you can. See you later there, my friend. Have a good one. Thank you very much once again. Right. I can't seem to place... Oh, is it because it's an army? Yeah, they're both army level HQs, aren't they? So, yeah, you need to go to the actual 4th Panzer Army. Like so. Okay. So that brings us up to 49 out of 45. But what I can go ahead and do then is the core out this way. Gosh, that's a mixed up core. Like, this is not going to do jack, really, is it? It's not going to be ideal. Not really. It's not great, but I'm going to leave it temporarily. Right, 6th Army. Now, I do have 15 hexes of range from the 6th Army. How much can we support in 6th Army? Yeah, we're over there. We'll just have to deal with it as is for now, then. And they'll manage things. It's not exactly ideal here. I do want to try and bring... Well, actually, no. I'll do that elsewhere. Well, it's not exactly ideal, but at least that gets us moving in the right direction. I think it's worthwhile to have these Romanians brought under German control. At least it does potentially improve their chances of just not being annihilated, or as annihilated as could potentially happen, but who knows. Right, we do have Army Group Dawn over here then. Okay. I mean, as far as it goes then, if I take a look here, take a look. So, Rail Yard 1, Rostov. I'm not. Right, let me take a look there. Is that kind of right? It is damaged. Yeah, just one down. I'm going to shift you over this way then. Just, I don't think they actually have an impact. But we'll try that. Right, now, we do have an option here. Because I do have the ability to have like a super depot in this area. But I'm just wondering, is it not worthwhile? Is it not better to have that back at, let's say, like Rostov? Where we have like a size 5 rail yard on double rail, sorry. Though in fairness, maybe this is worthwhile to keep out this way, because it is closer to the front. How you doing there, Victor? Yeah, I love the fact that we have multiple Victors, that's pretty amazing. I'll give you guys a minute to think about it, Ben. What do you reckon? Should we move the, do we move the Super Depot? Well, do we move the FBD to Rostov, where it'll have a higher level of rail yard to work with? But then, it focuses the freight at that location, so it might not be worthwhile, really. I guess not. I was going to quickly reply to the message here, sorry. I'll just go on in now, so I might as well just reply while I've got it open here. Do be having a think while I am replying. Apologies for being rude. Okay. I am kind of leaning towards probably keeping it as is then, really. Do I think I might have another one down here in the south, actually. I do have another one down here in the south. Is that one best positioned? I guess it's okay for now. I mean, this is it. Essentially, they're focusing on their respective areas. Oh, Shuck, I'm not going to buy you a BMW. That's great. I'm impressed. That's hilarious, though. Okay. I guess we'll stick with what we've got there. I'm still up on shekels. Alright, okay. Who are you under the command of 17th Army now? Army Group A, which is you then. Okay. We do have a 1st Panzer, which is under Army Group A. Gotcha. Alright. That works out fine enough then. So, let's see then. Next on the agenda is going to be generally this area. We did start to make some movements in this area. Now over here I do have the rough. I really do not want to have like a Panzer division here. It's doing me no good. There's not even any fortifications. I did give up the fortifications here, but you know, clear terrain is not exactly great. These fellows over here, I mean, the issue is it's like they're Panzer Grenadiers. They do have motorized rifle as well. I don't know how much good that's doing me. I think essentially what I want to do then is pull out of this position here, because I'm not gaining anything right now. Yeah, it's great there, but I still have to engage with the river. Now, it is winter, so November 26, 1942, so in theory we might see the rivers freeze down here. I don't know if they ever will. I don't know if the winter ever gets that bad down here that these rivers freeze. But even so, I'd rather go this way, because I'm not having to cross a goddamn river. Yeah, drink. That's really appreciated though, man. Thank you very much. I do hope you have a good day at work. Right, so we have Viking here. The issue is we're going to be facing quite a problem over here in the north, but the thing to bear in mind is, what is there really in this area? You can see just how close we are to the actual coast there. I think essentially what we need to try and do then is reform the blade, I guess. Bring the Panthers off the front line where we can and have them essentially made ready so we can actually drive on towards Grozny. I think that could be potentially achieved if we get things sorted out, but if we could drive on towards Grozny and actually try and cut the rail line there, that would make it far more difficult for the Soviets down here. Going further north doesn't help me. I'm going to have to get some forces out this way though pretty soon. Otherwise, we are going to be seeing Soviets moving in here. But the good news is that we already own this territory, so we can see when the Soviets are moving in here, so we are going to be aware of that. I mean, over here, we've got, like, what, 936 men? Cossacks over here. A number of Cossacks. The Cossacks... I mean, it counts as German there, but obviously they're not German. They're not bad. They're just not in great numbers. I do have to protect the flank here, but you can see that we are pretty weak on this flank. Let's see. I do have elements of the 3rd Panzer here. So we have Mozdok. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Mozdok. Yeah, Mozdok actually has oil there. The difficulty is, because there is enemy forces within range of it, I can't actually draw oil from it right now. Which is a bit of a problem, frankly. I do have a division here. I could actually take the 3rd division and have it moved over this way. The only issue is I then end up in a position where I do have panzers on the front line. And these are not strong formations, are they, really? They're only about 3,000, aren't they? It's not exactly great. There's 50th Division here. And 50th is split up in a number of places, really. Which is not ideal. Right, let's see. I do need to garrison these areas. Maybe even run naval patrols out this way just to be sure. Yeah, the south is difficult, I do agree, but I do agree. I don't need a division here. Let's take the 5th Luftwaffe over here. Send these forces out that way. I think I will maintain the remaining mountain division there, perhaps. Move the other element of the Luftwaffe out this way. Shift one more of these regiments out this way. The reason being that it's more than likely that this one's going to come into attack. I don't think this one actually can be invaded, but this one could be potentially invaded. But even so, we'll hold on to it. I'm going to have these forces placed under the command of... Well, there's Romanian High Command. Or OKH. I do have Army Group A down here. Where's Romanian High Command? Is it still in Romania? Yeah, we do have Romanian High Command now. Yeah, see, I'm going to take some strain off the 17th Army there. I'm going to have them assigned to... Well, I could even do an army down here in this area. What do I have then? I have 17th Army. Okay. I do luckily have the 4th Romanian Army here. So I could try and take some of the actual pressure on. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is I'm going to shift the 4th Romanian Army down here to Krasnodar. They can be shifted to Army Group A. This corps over here, so I'm going to have the actual Luftwaffe troops over here given over to that Romanian command. So we'll give them to the mountain command there. Which, do not get me wrong, is not exactly ideal. But I don't have a great deal of choice there. And then what I'll do is try and figure out a way we can get this to work. But I'll probably go ahead and just have, like... I think what I'll probably go ahead and do is, like, take maybe the 4th Romanian Army. Or even find, like, another corps. And in fairness, I do have another Romanian corps, don't I? I could go ahead and take... the 4th Romanian here. Which is currently under 3rd command. He's not great, but I can have him shifted down that way. So I'll have him moved out this way then. And then what we'll go ahead and do then is I'm going to have them placed... I can move them back under the command of something else in the future. But what I'm going to go ahead and do then is just move them over to OKH for now. Just for now. I'm going to go ahead and take you, place you into the command of 17th Army. What do I have here in terms of depots? I do have depots out here. There's actually freight out here, which is pretty damn good. So I'll place you over here then. 17th. You can be placed under the 4th Romanian Army, which is under Army Group A, which brings us there to 3327. Slovakians. Cossacks. Okay. Where's your corps? 5th Corps. Where's 5th Corps? Oh, 5th Corps is also here then. Okay. Right. Place into the cavalry. What I'm trying to do here then is take pressure off of 17th Army, which we managed to do there. I could even potentially have you take command of these forces, but we'll see about that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do then is you can be placed into OKH for now. Directly, at least. And then we'll solve that out. But what I'm going to go ahead and do then is take the 50th Infantry Regiment over here. Have them march in. And then we'll have them begin to reform again. So I could do additional forces out this way. You can see that we do have the rest of the 50th Division this way. So I'm going to go ahead and get that moving. I could move them via rail. It is pretty light as a unit, isn't it? Though in fairness, I really do need to look after my comp. So I might shift the regiment down there for now, but we'll see. We do have here rough terrain. Heavy woods there, mountainous. But it very well could be troops here. It looks as if there are enemy troops here. Rough, okay. I do want to rebuild that strength. I could even potentially bring these Cossacks and have them head down this way to the mountains. At least then they can just hold that hex, really. I'm going to go ahead and shift that regiment out that way then. Though saying that, I can't unload it the same turn, so I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is just march it, and then it's not placing any undue pressure. But I'll have it move to my cop for the moment. And then at least it does give us a little bit more security there at my cop, which is pretty nice. For now, just go to... What's the name of the other corps here? 42nd. So, just go to the 42nd Corps here. What time are we on? 33, okay. Alright, we'll go with that. Just for now, just to try and make things work a little bit. Right, so you're free. 1st Panzer Army is actually okay for the most part, in terms of actual admin, etc. Right, now, as far as it goes over here, I do not know what the strength of these units are. I just can see the fact that they're not exactly in a great position. I do have a relatively intact division here. Relatively. There's not that much strength here on the line. Not that much. I need to be able to bring the Panzers back, really. I could potentially construct a depot there, because I've got to remember that this is winter after all. But it's not going to do me a great deal of good. Right. At least I can build a depot out here. I'm gonna go ahead and have one. Yeah, that oil's very important to keep there. It's not a lot of oil production, but it's still important to hold on to. So I do have an infantry regiment there. Right, some of these cores are overloaded. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is I'm going to take the 1st Panzer Army and have them given assault status once again. The reason for that is it does actually enable us to have more command out here, so I'm going to have more troops shifted out this way if I can. I just want to also make our cores a little bit more effective, but also be able to bring... I could probably have done that without the assault army, but I'm still going to stick by it. It just means I can try and regain combat potential a little bit sooner. Right, so on that part of the line is the rifle. It looks as if there had been a unit here, but no longer. So what do I have here then? Romanians. Okay. An entire division there, and that is actually a pretty damn good division as far as it goes there. They could be shifted. Really? How can that be so weak? I don't know if that's... I'm hoping that's not a real number there. So you're an independent formation then? Okay. I do have a bit of a gap here. Okay. Have them placed under the 53rd there. Perhaps I'll just have you shift 1 hex south. Actually, no, I'm okay there in fairness. I can just stay there then. So I can take the rest of this division then. Right, there we are. Okay. What I'm going to go ahead and try to do here then. Let's see. Hey, doing that, Simon? He has actually plenty to deal with now. That's definitely one way of putting it. Okay. What I'm going to go ahead and do then. I think they have higher morale. I'm not too sure. I think, but I'm not obviously sure. Let's go ahead and move the 13th there for now. I do have this element to the 13th here too. Let's go ahead and reform the 13th Division. I do have a rifle corps there to bear in mind. To deal with, I should say. Can't shift you. I guess what I'll do then is I'll shift you back. I know it seems like a waste of time, and it really was, but hey ho. And I'm going to go ahead and take Viking. This other element of Viking. Now obviously they're in clear terrain, so they'll have a better time with it at least. Right, there we are. Now, I do have a division there. I also do have a third. I'm going to shift a third there. Take this division here. They can more or less hold certain things, but I want to make. I just want to try and take the panzers off the front line here, and try to have them in reserve, but also try and have them built up. You can see that obviously they are really quite diminished right now. So I want to try and give them that time to build up if they can do so. But I need to take them off the line. Even if it's rebuilding that combat potential and dropping that fatigue, that's more than worthwhile. As far as it goes there. Not going to be easy to do though. Rifle corps there. So I'm going to keep those two here. There's no guarantee that this will work. I've got to point that out. Do I have any level of fortification here? Doesn't seem like it. So I may fall back to this position here, perhaps. I mean, this is it. It's a difficult one, really. Because what am I going to do about this? That's going to be the problem. I think I'd be better off trying to fall back somewhat, really. I don't really have that much to work with down here. It's not as if I have reinforcements on tap anywhere. No, not really. So I'm going to have you positioned there, just to make sure we do hold that. This division here then. I mean, I could have these divisions potentially sent this way. Right, I don't really need Luftwaffe 4 there. I could just shift Luftwaffe 4 out of the way. We'll have you assigned under that Panzer command there. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and create a depot there. They're within 3 anyway. I could maybe make one here, actually. We'll likely fall back soon enough, I'd imagine. We'll see. Right. So shift you on top there. You can shift here. Have you placed under the new Panzer Corps here. Like so. Have you placed into reserve. And I don't know, I might fall back. And then at least they're not as close. As for over here in the north, it is, I don't know. I don't know how to slice that really. It's holding a lot with absolutely nothing. It's not exactly ideal. I don't really have much to play with here. Really do not. At least these are just divisions down here. I don't know. I'm tempted to go for something like that, but it's a big commitment. And it's probably okay, considering that we have all this terrain here to work with. They're not really very strong, are they? There is more strength out this way. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do then is have these Romanians just stack on each other a bit. I can't shift them there immediately. Okay. This seems really far more than necessary. Just for now. I really need to free up troops down this way. 13. Tell you what. I'm going to shift them here. Oh, am I... Or not? I'm not too sure what happened there. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know. Is it because we're in contact with the enemy, perhaps? It must be something of that nature. I'll just move them one hex up then, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it was something of that nature then. Alright. Have you assigned to the 1st Panzer Army? They can just remain there for the time being then. Again, I don't really suspect much happening here. We'll go with that. So that does net us another division out this way, but it's not going to matter that much. Now they're not going to have too much in the way of supply either, to be honest. I think just fall back a bit this way. I know that opens up a gap here, but that's not bad at all. I can manage that. I was going to have them move back closer to supply, really. Turn that to just a 2. But also that, yeah, there's not much I can do out that way. Not right now. I'm just going to try and build up what I can out this way. At least with another division, I can try and get them on the line there. That'll at least give me something to work with. Ideally, gain more mobile troops off the line. Yeah, I guess we'll have to try and manage that. There's really not that much I can do. Nearly time there. We'll just try and manage this as we go. At least we do have the FBD here. At least I do have this division here, which I could potentially meet out to. So we'll have that. It's really the challenge of the campaign here, really, isn't it? It's just trying to make the most with the least, with the... make the bread with the yeast. There's nothing I can really do that way. I'm gonna have to assign some assault armies, aren't I, just to try and manage things, really. I can have 5 at least. It'd be quite good to try and make it a bit more rational. This is gonna be a fun area. I do have some mobility over some of these, which is at least something. And this is it. Essentially, we are going to be hunkering down during the winter. It's not really the time to be moving out there with frost as such, so I'm just going to try and make it through. Which, you know, not the easiest thing to do. Like, we do have a number of divisions over this way. I do have the woods over here to work with. See, this is difficult because we have just a clear terrain here. Well, for now they're going to have to remain because I can't really shift them anyway. I mean, that's clear terrain, which is not exactly great. Nor here. I could potentially knock them back, perhaps. But it's like, I don't know. It might be worthwhile just to try and take them off balance, really. But it's like, that all comes at a cost, really. And it's like, well, what do I gain from doing that? Not really anything. I mean, maybe I could try and make something of it by driving up here, but it's like, what do I gain from that? Not much. Right. Twelve, okay. Panzer. Right. So these guys have combat prep too, which is pretty good. We could try and close the salient over here. I think that's essentially what we're going to have to try to do, is like try and make things a little bit better on us. That's not a lot I can really do, though. That's a problem. I don't know. Just like woods there. No, I do have... Well, there's light woods there, and a swamp there. The swamp's great, actually. Have them move there to reserve. The 18th, I'm going to have shifted. The pressure's not really here in this area. I'm gonna need some forces to move over this way. What are we on? 5 more? The 5 for field division. Nah, not worth it. I can use them to try and dig positions in though. Construction value is 18. Do I really not have a depot there? Why do I not have depots here? Look, I could make one there. But at least help them draw a bit. Hey, doing that, Arthur? Good to have you. We haven't entered the 10 as of yet, so we'll find out about that one. I also do need to take into consideration I may need additional forces over here. Scenario though where there's not much you can really do. I do have a lot of force actually in this area. And again, the 18th could actually do with being rebuilt. Really? Let's see. Now obviously this is a problem here. Yeah. Let's see what I can do over here, because I don't need to have all these troops. I need to try and draw a reserve. How you doing there, Salty? Good to have you. Lightwoods. Not quite yet. Soon enough. Soon enough. Shift a reserve there too. Right. Second Panzer Army. I'm going to have Second Panzer turned into an assault too. Let's see. Third Panzer. And they are under... Who are they under? They're under 16th. Okay. I'm going to have to do the same over here then. And that's all I can do. We'll have to try and make these work. I'm just trying to reduce the amount of load on these commands and try and increase their effectiveness. I'm not expecting to be really digging many such fortifications. I don't know if they're going to take time, but they're going to take time due to the weather anyway. It really shows how stupid from a military standpoint it was to find the forces in Operation Plough. Whatever case I did delusion means the aircraft. I don't know, I mean this is it, it's like from what I've heard and what I've read, the viewpoint here was just one more just one last push to the end, you know what I mean? Just one last push and it's over. So you can understand from a viewpoint of desperation, perhaps. It's not as if there wasn't no truth to that. They weren't exactly in a great position. Right, so I've got my 5 now. I do have rail capacity here already. So 134th there, directly under the command of the 2nd. I need to get the 25th off the line here. We need to decide where our forces are going to be going, really. The breakthrough there with the mechanized. Now, luckily that is in a position where infantry can do a great job there. I need to try and buy our forces some time, and I do have a number of forces out here that aren't exactly being utilized extremely well right now. The loss of fortification here sucks, but it's still, well, it's like wood, isn't it? So not exactly ideal. I do need to maintain that position there to keep this rail line open. Now, it's a difficult one here, really. There's a lot of force in this area. But we'll end the episode here.